In a world where live events are cancelled,
we won't be able to do Demo Day this year.
That's not possible.
The FounderFuel team must find a way to save Demo Day.
I got it! We can throw a huge party online.
Everyone can participate and watch the Founders Pitch.
They can even ask them questions.
And we could have multiple rooms where people can network.
Perfect!
This summer, virtual... Oops. This summer, virtual just got real.
We need more cameras! More lights!
On September 9th, get ready for the virtual live event of the year.
Let's do this.
FounderFuel Demo Day 2020.
Wow. Welcome to Demo Day 2020! Yeah! Woo! Bienvenue au Demo Day en direct de New City Gas à Montreal. Hi, I'm Katie Yem. I'm the general manager of FounderFuel, and I am thrilled to be on this stage with Sarah today to welcome you to this event and to share in our cohort of extraordinary startups. We have 8 of them for you today. Lucky cohort, as I'd like to call it, number 13. What a world, right? Who would have predicted that this is how we would have started this new decade? The team at Real Ventures, FounderFuel, and all of these incredible founders today that you'll meet, all of us really dove in and said, how do we turn this into an opportunity to reinvent and reinvigorate what we believe an accelerated could be in this COVID context. And since FounderFuel has always been an iconic event to gather the startup community in Montreal and in Canada, we were like, we have to do something for this community. So we're experimenting on that as well. We invite you today to experiment with us for our after party, which we are really excited to tell you about in a little while. So let's see what this COVID live broadcast, live stream, online hop-in platform can be. And we'd love to hear some comments that you have after. So without further ado, I would really like to welcome Janet Bannister, our managing partner at Real, to say some opening words. Janet almost needs no introduction. She's an icon of the Canadian startup and venture capital communities. From her early days at Kijiji with eBay and her supporting of hundreds of startups and founders throughout her illustrious career, I am very, very happy to be working with such a brilliant mind. And on a personal note, I am thrilled to be working for Canada's first female managing partner of an early stage fund. Let's bring our virtual hands together for Janet Bannister.
Thank you, Katie. As many of you know, Real Ventures is the leading source of capital for early-stage Canadian-based companies. FounderFuel has been a key part of Real for the past 9 years, and in fact, several of our most successful portfolio companies kick-started their growth through the FounderFuel program. This includes companies such as Sonder, Missouri, Benchside, Transit App, and many others. We are thrilled to be here with you today to introduce you to the 8 companies that make up this year's FounderFuel cohort. 2 things make this program unlike any other that we've run. Firstly, the COVID environment both affected the way the program was delivered, which was entirely virtually, and presented unique challenges and opportunities for the companies, all of which were selected based on an ability to thrive in this environment. The second thing that made this program unique was an unparalleled focus on founder development. Most early stage investors and people who run accelerators and incubators will say that the most important thing in selecting companies is the founders and the team. And yet, when you look at the content of most accelerators, 90 to 95% of the content is related to building the business, and only 5 to 10% of the content is related to founder development. We chose to put a significant emphasis on founder development because we know that this is critically important to set our founders up for long-term success. The FounderFuel team hired world-class moderators and coaches to help our founders and their teams develop personally throughout the program. This content included self-awareness, accountability, authenticity, and collaboration. The content and workshops were aimed at developing the key mindsets and practices that are correlated with founder and company success. It is truly an honor to be here with you today and to be opening up this demo day. I love demo day. I love it because it is all about shining a spotlight on the founders and the exciting businesses that they are building. To the founders and the founding teams, we are so excited to see your presentations today and are incredibly proud to be your investors and partners. You are taking the path less traveled. You are betting on yourselves and your dreams. You are our inspiration. We are incredibly grateful to have had the opportunity to work closely with you over the past several months, and we look forward to working with you in the years ahead. And now, back to Katie.
Thank you, Janet, and what a journey it really has been. Since January, when we started this program, we had 178 applications where we distilled them into 83 amazing interviews to a finalists of 20 strong group startups, where we actually found the gems that we are going to show to you today. 8 companies that we've spent the last 4 months with to bring them onto this stage for you today, which is what you're all here for, to see them pitch. Over the last 9-year history of FounderFuel, we have had many memorable companies, such as Janet mentioned earlier, like Majuri, Unsplash, Bus.com, Sonder, and so many more. We have invested over $8 million in 100+ companies and done over 60 follow-on rounds with nearly a third of these alumni. I am proud to say today that FounderFuel companies account for $1.65 billion worth of market valuation today. It's a staggering number for a little amount of time that we've done this program for, showing us really that FounderFuel helps to accelerate startups to succeed. But none of this would have been possible without mentors. Mentors really are the backbone of this program. We have a network of over 300, which you'll see kind of scroll by behind me, of experts that come from diverse industries and sectors. This year, because of COVID, the mentor sprints had to be done individually and digitally. So there was over 280 individual meetings from the mentors who generously donated their time to meet with our startups. What really amazed me this year was they committed unequivocally, despite COVID hitting their own businesses, having to manage those issues and also their own family issues. So the dedication of these incredible mentors is inspiring. And because it was all digital, we were actually able to expand our network internationally, having a lot of mentors in the US and also in Europe, which further gave access to incredible expertise for our founders. We really cannot thank you enough for all your time, energy, and complete dedication to the success of our founders. Your generosity humbles and delights us all at the same time. Many of us have asked, how did we actually do this program online? And I would like to introduce Sarah, my amazing, incredible partner, to talk about how we actually pivoted this program this year.
Yes, thank you, Katie. So running a program is always a one-of-a-kind experience, but as many of you may imagine, this year was a very, very special one. So we had to build back the program from the ground up while trying to accommodate for everyone's situation at home. So we did this thing where mornings were for the program, so our fixed time. The afternoons were the one-on-one time, so booked at the startup's convenience, which is our flex time. And then we gave everyone Friday off. Well, you know, not really. We gave them dedicated time to fully concentrate on their businesses. Because yes, that's very important too. So our mentor sprints were online for the first time, and we built custom mentor pools, 30 to 40 mentors for each companies. The one-on-one meetings really allowed for better preparation, but also for more in-depth conversations with these mentors. We were also trying to keep the social aspect alive. It was a big concern for us in this day and age, and so we tried many new virtual formats, and much to our surprise, everyone kept just on asking for more. We really did not expect that one. As Janet mentioned a bit earlier, a big part of the program this year was conscious leadership. We know that entrepreneurship is rarely a smooth ride, if ever, and we believe that founders who are aware of the impact they have on others and on the world will build much more stronger companies. So we wanted to give them that tool. Also, Katie joined us this year, and together we handcrafted, piece by piece, this little program. It was a real pleasure working with her, still is, and I know that founders, partners, and mentors think the same. I've asked, so I know. So finally, having done the program last year, I truly didn't think that the virtual version would be as good as its in-person version. And I was wrong. I was so pleasantly surprised by all the opportunities that opened up with the virtual format. It was so much fun. We had a lot of fun. And to show you just how much fun, here's a sneak peek of the life in the 2020 program through the eyes of our cohort. Enjoy.
To be a great company, you need to learn from the best companies.
I'm gonna guide you through my exciting routine. So I pass 5 hours here. Then I eat at the same place. I sleep here in this lovely bed. Thank you, COVID.
From Gallea.
Who's a good boy?
Writer's block for people in the startup world is an empty spreadsheet that can be fixed with coffee.
You're blocking off. I can't hear you, Pat. Can you get closer to your Wi-Fi? The signal isn't good.
Yes, it's showtime. Just before, I want to tell you a little bit of what we have in store for you after the pitches. We have literally brought pillars of the ecosystem online for you to chat and meet with virtually from the comfort of your own home. So on your screen right now on Hopin, you can see a column on your left, and on there you'll actually see icons such as sessions, expos, and also networking. So let me tell you a little bit about them. So on the sessions, we brought to you amazing founders that you can meet, chat with inside that room. We've got Aaron Berry from Willful, Andrew Lockheed from Stay 22, amongst many others. We also have a room that has Real Ventures partners. So if you're itching to chat with them about your startup idea, there'll be John Stokes, Isaac Suwain. We have Alan in there as well. So please take a look and chat with them. We also have a selection of mentors for you, from Naomi Goldapple to also Kyle Boulay. They're also waiting to chat with you to see what it's like to become a mentor for FounderFuel. Or if you actually have a question for mentors, it's a good place to take a chat with them as well. And I'm really happy to have, when I called Phil Telio from Startup Fest, like, hey, you know what, it'd be really great to gather the ecosystem. Without an iota of a doubt, Phil said, yes, I'll figure it out. And you know what, whenever Phil puts his mind to things, it's always outstanding and amazing. So in the Canadian ecosystem room, he's brought together angel investors and a bunch of actually accelerators from across the country, from Platform Calgary to Collabs in Saskatoon to Le Camp at Quebec, and also the main, which is here in Quebec as well. So you can go and meet them in those rooms. You pretty much can just pop in and out, just like if you were in a conference and you were, visiting, chat, leave. The other thing is that if you want to meet our amazing startups, in the expo section, you'll have 8 rooms where you'll be able to talk with the amazing teams that will be pitching today. So if you actually want to know more about them, see what it's like to join their team, I invite you to go in those expo rooms and chat with the teams there. And if meeting random strangers is your thing, there's a little bit of a speed dating on the networking button over there. And it's random, I think it's a minute or 2 minutes, where you can actually meet someone you know already, or even someone new. So check it out on the networking tab. For investors, yes, the investor crowd, you will have access to a VIP session room that only you will see, where there's actually a concierge waiting for you, the beautiful Leia that we get to work with every day. She'll be waiting for you to guide you into the private area rooms to meet each of the founding teams that will be presenting, to discuss more about their business, and they'll be online for the 30 minutes following the presentations, after which you can find them in the general public sessions where they'll be chatting with the public. And if you need help, just like at the mall, there's an info booth in the expo session as well, where we have a wonderful colleague that will be there to answer any of your questions. And honestly, none of this year would even have been possible if it wasn't for the incredible partners that we have at FounderFuel. When I took on this job in February, right before COVID, I started calling our partners to see what they were thinking, especially with COVID around. Not only did they not flinch, it was just incredible how they put aside what COVID was doing to their business and also their families and said, you know what, no, we are doubling down on supporting this ecosystem, on supporting what you guys are doing, and above all, founders. And that devotion came through in all of the hours they spent with many of those in the cohort this year. So thank you so much to all of them, and we have a special surprise for you coming right up, so I won't steal that punch. So without further ado, this is the show. This is what you guys all came here for. And yeah, we're gonna get off the stage and let you guys see the incredible pitches. So welcome to Demo Day 2020.
When I met Alan from Microsoft, we quickly realized that the program was not really fit for us because we were doing a big pivot. And he immediately just switched mind state and just starting to just improvise and brainstorm about our startup and how we can improve it. And I had really a sense of building that community and just trying to help us without expecting anything in return. And I think that's something that Microsoft do really well.
Gallea is super grateful for Mathieu from BDO's involvement in our progress. We are fast learners at Gallea, but obviously we aren't experts on everything. And Mathieu was really able to help us with questions regarding finances. It's been a great journey, and thank you so much, Mathieu and the whole BDO team, for your help and mentorship during the program.
Jean-Christophe and Vanessa from Fasken helped us so much with legal advice. It started with terms of use for Simplicate platform, both for charities and donors, so that it would make more sense. But then, when they really went further, is in the strategic planning for opening in the US in 2021. They spent a lot of time advising us on what to do, what not to do. I'm really grateful for the time they spent for us.
When I first met Julien at RBC, he really helped me through my financial projection. It helped me benchmark myself with other startups and be able to project my company of what we're going to need in the future and money and what we're going to ask for next seed round. It really helped me create those bases that I'm going to need in the future with other investors.
Often, the best ideas are the ones that seem the most obvious, where we ask ourselves, are you sure this already doesn't exist? That was my feeling when I first met Gallea. It's been amazing to see them grow throughout the program while evolving one of their passions to something anybody can access. The internet is this amazing thing that can bring people together, stoke people's passions, and create a community of people around shared interests. Sometimes, all that's needed is a spark to get things started, and that's Gallea.
What's the main difference between these two pieces of art? The size? The subject? The colors, maybe? The answer is $90 million. Now, many factors go into evaluating art. And yes, talent is key. But reputation is paramount. And one way for artists to increase reputation is to make their art seen through exhibitions. Meet Emily. She's an independent artist who wishes to pursue a passion full-time. Sadly, she's being declined by art galleries because she doesn't have a track record. And today, artists who will pursue their passion, most won't sell. Why is that? Well, only 32% of their artworks will leave their studio because artists lack the distribution network to make them seen. Even more surprising, only 6% of artists actually get exhibitions opportunities. And for the 30 million talented but underserved artists like Emily, they're forced to rely on Lady Luck in order to get discovered. By simplifying the matching of artists and exhibitions, we could really disrupt a $64 billion industry and make art accessible everywhere. My name is Guillaume Parent, CEO and co-founder at Gallea. Gallea is a managed marketplace for art that empowers artists to live their passion by showcasing their art online and offline. Essentially, we are building the largest art distribution network in the world. Gallea uses technology to link the online to the physical world by combining our online art gallery and our network of exhibiting venues, creating the distribution network artists deserve. From restaurants to office spaces to hotels, and even your home, wherever we can bring value to our artists. As for bringing value to venues, they get to refresh their artworks every 4 months at a fraction of the cost, and everything is insured. On top of that, they get a 10% commission on every artwork sold off their walls. Artists register on Gallea, create their own portfolio, and can sell directly online. They can then apply to online exhibitions and get promoted through our website and social media, or offline exhibitions and get exhibited in various venues across the city, bringing art wherever the potential buyers are. And because we are building the distribution network artists desire, they're happy to pay for the solution. If we take Emily as an example, for every artwork sold, we receive 30%. And when artists like Emily upgrade to premium, we start getting $10 a month. And when venues exhibit artists, we get $100 a month. As of today, artwork sales represent more than 50% of our revenues, and the remaining half comes from monthly subscriptions, resulting in $10,000 in monthly net revenue and a 58% increase month over month. Since the launch of our platform in January 2018, we actually reached more than 1,000 artists in Canada, US, and Europe, representing 10,000 unique artworks and 50 exhibiting venues. And in the past 5 months, we actually managed to grow our artist signups by 760%. And with the upcoming strategic partnerships we're putting in place, this number should quadruple by January. For Galea's distribution, we look at 2 things. How many people are seeing the artworks and the relevance of the distribution channel. The 3 channels we're focusing on are the artist digital portfolio, venues, and online exhibitions. And in order to continue driving demand, we'll add interior designers in the loop, we'll be focusing on home offices, and we'll enable augmented reality to see works of art on your wall prior to purchase. While phase 1 is already in the making, phase 2 will consist of automating the whole distribution network, and phase 3 to become a fully managed marketplace on a global scale. And we assembled the best team to make it happen. We are a team of 10 passionate individuals that combine expertise in art and tech, with first-hand experience as artists and working in galleries, as well as in tech companies that have gone from startup to scale-up. With Gallea, artists can finally showcase their creations in front of everyone, building their own track record at their own pace. With Gallea, art buyers around the world can see, rent, and buy artworks from the comfort of their home, the cafe next door, or even their phone. With $10,000 in monthly net revenue, a 58% increase month over month, and investors that believe in us, we want to work on getting even better metrics. And in January, we'll be raising a seed round investment of $1.2 million in order to reach 2,000 exhibits, $1 million in revenue, and 10,000 artists on the platform. And we want to establish strong relationships with the right VC firms and angel investors today. At Gallea, we'll make sure you remember the next artwork you see, because art lives when it's seen. Thank you.
Having traveled a lot over the last 5 years and gotten to know many different startup ecosystems, I can tell you that becoming a deeply skilled, world-class product professional is extremely difficult. But that's who you're about to meet with QuoteMachine. JD and Jonathan are the real deal, humble to a fault, with serious product chops. They've used their serious subject matter expertise to build something that can really explode and have a positive difference in a lot of people's lives. So listen up.
Amazon. They probably have the best AI-powered product recommendation system out there, fueled by terabytes of your data. Yet, it's still completely clueless about what bike you should buy for your next trip to the Rockies. At the end of the day, only a real human at your local shop will give you the right advice. And we crave human interactions, now more than ever. But if you're like 80% of retail shoppers, you'll visit a store, get your recommendation, but won't buy right away. And naively, your store still expects you to come back. But in today's world, 8 out of 10 people purchase online. When you leave a store without buying, At best, you'll be given a paper quote. Maybe they'll give you a business card. But if the business card doesn't bring you back in store, there's only a 10% chance that you will buy from their e-commerce. And that's if they have one. It's a big problem, affecting a massive industry. If we think furniture, home hardware, electronics, these are verticals with incredibly good fundamentals. Big ticket sales, $2,000 on average. Surfing off the shop local or socially responsible trends. Expert sales associates to guide you. They just need an avenue to do what they do best. Provide a highly personal experience to their customers. We know the perfect solution. In-store personalization. Convenience of e-commerce. A sales associate available to answer your questions all along. And this is exactly what QuoteMachine provides. We offer continuity between the in-store and online experience, giving customers the best of both worlds. Here's how it works. With QuoteMachine, sales associate can build a microsite as they talk to a buyer. In just a few clicks from a computer or a tablet, it's ready. Sales associate can now keep track of every conversation with customers and keep providing an outstanding experience even after they've left the store. It's also a unique, personal, trustworthy experience for the buyer. They can purchase online from a custom microsite. They can contact sales associate anytime they have questions. They get access to this microsite immediately with the right product, a private chat, and an online checkout. QuoteMachine makes a big difference for these businesses. Our microsites convert 70% of the time. This means 7 out of 10 customers leaving a store undecided will buy, thanks to QuoteMachine. That's why, last month alone, our 140 merchants generated $4.2 million in sales. QuoteMachine puts more money in merchants' pockets. In return, we sell subscriptions that fit them all. And their success is also our success, because QuoteMachine generates revenue from every online payment going through the platform. We are experts in building retail software that scales. Before founding QuoteMachine, I worked 5 years at Lightspeed, from their Series A to when they went public. I manage mobile products, hardware partnerships, international product expansion. My co-founder, Jonathan, also spent 4 years there on the tech side, building the software platform and managing developers. Together, we built Lightspeed Payments team and solution from the ground up, which was instrumental to the company's successful IPO. We know how to build the best team to succeed in the retail ecosystem. We know how to create value in this space, as retailers are massively adopting cloud point-of-sale solutions. Integrating with the Lightspeed ecosystem to launch QuoteMachine just made sense. It's giving us access to thousands of their merchants and more every day as they keep having explosive growth. We will replicate this model with all the POS players on the market, helping us get to 10 times the reach. With the support of FounderFuel, we doubled our customer base over the past 4 months. And we are growing in every possible dimension. More engagement, more microsite, more revenue. And this is just the beginning. We are raising $1 million to grow the team, helping more retailers do what they do best. Engage customers into highly personal experiences through trusting relationships. With this financing, over the next 18 months, we are growing our merchants are going to process more than $50 million in sales monthly. We are going to double the revenue per user. And we are going to 10x the customer base. I'm JD. We're QuoteMachine. If you want to build the future of retail with us, let's talk. Thank you.
When I met Stamp team, one thing was immediately abundantly clear. They understood the market, its real challenges, and had a vision how to disrupt an age-old problem that is seen as a major pain point by any business. As they grow, they will for sure refine their go-to-market strategy and carve their place as a leader in simplified and automated auditing platforms, unlike anything the Big Four do today or will do in the future. I hope you enjoy Stamp's pitch.
Hey guys, I have a secret to tell you, but it's super serious, so it has to stay between us, okay? Accountants truly make the world go round. I know, because I'm one of them. And for every qualified accountant working at an audit firm, there are 10 bookkeepers preparing financial reports for the qualified accountant to review. These bookkeepers are the unsung heroes of the accounting world. Without these people performing their role, salaries would not get paid, taxes would not get filed, and bank loans would not get issued. But bookkeeping is changing, and it's changing fast. Over the past 5 years, the numbers of bookkeepers shifting from on-premise software to a cloud environment has grown by 300%. Companies such as Intuit, Xero, and Zoho have pioneered a massive cloud ecosystem, now driving a multi-billion-dollar industry. But one part is missing, and this part is the year-end services, usually referred to as the audit process. And even though there are 50,000 accounting firms in North America, none of them has embraced this shift. But the relationship between the bookkeepers and the qualified accountant is critical because the bookkeepers cannot certify their own work. Year-end certification has to be done independently. The problem with a traditional CPA firm is that it carries the burden of their bill-by-the-hour model, putting a brake on innovation. My name is Simon, co-founder of Stamp, and we are a service as a software. Let me explain that. By combining both of my auditing and SaaS operational experience, it became obvious that year-end services can be turned into a SaaS product. All we have to do is create a new generation of qualified accountants that could rely on high assistance from technology, allowing them to focus on applying their professional judgment on what really matters and let the technology handle the small stuff. Year-end service is a huge opportunity. Private companies in North America alone are spending $60 billion to get their financial statements certified by qualified accountants. This market is made of 3 types of certification, each having a different level of complexity and pricing. We'll initially focus by providing simple year-ends to the small businesses that have adopted technology. Those small businesses have embraced cloud technology because of their bookkeepers who were looking for efficiency. We have purposely built our product and our operations around the bookkeepers and the essential role they play. We are creating a year-end service platform that is simple, efficient, and a pleasure to work with. Our goal is to get rid of this old way of doing things. You know, when bookkeepers had to extract information from all data sources, which then fed an army of CPAs who were crunching data in Excel, looking for a needle in a haystack, it's pointless, it's clerical, and it's time-consuming. Moreover, the traditional CPA firm mostly rely on standalone software, meaning that they're not integrated into this new cloud environment, which even had more pressure in the process. Let me show you how we bring this together at Stamped. First, bookkeepers can connect their accounting system in one click. They can also invite their stakeholders to enable collaboration. Then, our AI platform and our qualified accountants stay connected throughout the year, overseeing your business activities all year round and identifying risky transactions as they take place. With our technology, we are shifting this annual and painful process into an ongoing and seamless one, reducing the pressure for annual certification. And the results are impressive. By the end of 2020, we will have gained 80% of efficiency on simple year-ends that most small businesses need, meaning that instead of spending 10 hours on certifying those financial statements, we'll do it in only 2 hours. And by gaining similar efficiency on more complex year-end, we will allow our CPA to be 5 times more efficient than the old-fashioned one. Our ability to deliver a compelling experience to the bookkeeper is the reason why our annual recurring revenue has grown from $150,000 to $250,000 over the last 6 months. Our land and expense strategy has complemented our product innovation with our core distribution channel, which is the external bookkeepers. On average, each bookkeeper has referred 5 customers, generating an average revenue per bookkeepers of $8,000. A team of 12 people is fueling our vision. Our tech team has built robust and scalable product, and our qualified accountants have survived countless busy seasons. This team is solving a $60 billion problem. Our cloud-first approach, optimized for our distribution channel, brought us this far. But we're not stopping there. We're developing more advanced features that will allow us to perform more complex year-ends, hence moving up market. As we progress with our bottom-up strategy, we will unlock higher ticket size customers, generating greater return for Stamped. Our goal is to displace the old-fashioned CPA firm and become the #1 choice for bookkeepers when it comes to year-end services. But I know what you're thinking right now. Year-end services are regulated, right? And business owners are not changing their CPA firm every year. That's true. However, by leveraging technology, our qualified accountant can deliver greater quality in less time. And the recent massive shift to the cloud shows that small business owners are open for innovation, especially when it reduces their overhead expenses. And we have an ambitious plan to reach our goal. First, we're developing partnerships with external bookkeepers. They are dealing with multiple clients, hence multiple year-ends. They are the ones suffering the most from a bad year-end experience. Then, as we become the reference for external bookkeepers, we will leverage our growing notoriety and sell directly to internal bookkeepers and business owners. Finally, we'll sell full scope audit to the mid and large-sized businesses having revenue up to $100 million. This market is up for consolidation. We recently closed a $500,000 oversubscribed pre-seed round, and we're currently planning our seed round, which will be completed by June 2021. With this new capital, we will develop more advanced features to scale in the review engagement market and pursue our land and expense strategy with external bookkeepers in the US. If you're an early-stage investor and you'd like to learn more, let's connect after the pitch. As I've mentioned, software has eaten accounting. Year-ends can no longer hide behind Excel files and overworked staff. The current business model is outdated, and Stamped is here to lead the upgrade. Thank you very much.
Since my early days, I've always been passionate about technology. Then I grew up to be a manager, and I've always found it challenging to recruit talent. About a decade ago, we saw this new business model emerging out of Silicon Valley, namely the sharing economy. When I met the founding team of Auxilia, I saw a talented group of professionals leveraging my childhood passion in order to fix one of my current daily challenges using a new and disruptive way of doing business. Their concept has the potential to be exported in other territories and across different industries. I am very excited to introduce you to and set the stage for Auxilia.
Imagine having a sick family member and not be able to take them to see a doctor. Imagine the stress and panic you feel every time you call a clinic and you're told, sorry, we're fully booked. Sadly, this is the reality of millions of animal owners every single day. Every year, the demand of veterinary care exceeds the supply of vet professionals by 8%. This creates an environment where vets suffer from stress, burnout, and high turnover, driving many to choose part-time or locum works to regain balance without sacrificing income. This is already true for 15% of vet staff, and it is projected to double in the next 10 years. Retention of this specialized workforce is the #1 problem for clinics today, because every unfilled position means a loss up to $500,000 in revenue every year. And sadly, clinics are just not equipped to manage job sharing, locum, or alternative work arrangements, leaving both vets and clinics frustrated and sick animal and pet owner out to dry. Bonjour, my name is François, CEO of Auxilia, and I am a veterinarian, like my two co-founders, Jean-Simon and Tommy. As vet, we know the problem of stress, burnout, and compassion fatigue firsthand. We also see our clinics sacrifice valuable, bookable hours to hire and onboard new staff repeatedly, or try to manage variation contract manually, or repeatedly try to resolve scheduling conflict with every staff member. The outdated and traditional hiring system is a struggle for vets and clinics alike. At Auxilia, our mission is to reduce the staff shortage by simplifying the hiring process for both sides. We have created a managed marketplace where clinics get matched with a vetted supply of vet professionals in minutes, not weeks. Vet can sign their contract, get on board, and paid all in the Auxilia platform. And they maintain full control of their schedule to keep all their work-life needs in check. By standardizing all the legal and financial contracts, both vets and clinics save precious time by not reinventing the workflow every time, creating a bond of trust between clinics and vet staff. Since we launched our MVP 2 years ago, over 1,400 vet professionals and 700 clinics have signed up. That's 15% of all clinics across Canada. In the last 12 months only, those clinics have posted over 900 offers on the platform. And on those offers, 45% of them came from clinics that were using Auxilia for the second, third, and even the fourth time. With over 3,000 recommended matches to the platform and 20,000 vet services performed via Auxilia, we have proved the value proposition for both sides. The momentum of our platform is clear, as new clinic signs up are growing 10%, and vet sign up are growing 5% month over month since 2019. Our unit economics are really attractive, with an average transaction value of $12,000, a take rate of 20%, and a strong LTV over CAC ratio of 8.74. Last year, we fulfilled a $700,000 in contract work, generating a $140,000 revenue, and we are well on our way to double it this year. Our next goal is to maintain its growth by doubling our penetration in Canadian clinic to 30% by the end of 2001. We also want to facilitate over 90,000 hours of vet services through the platform. We will also begin our go-to-market playbook by entering the US with a pilot in Chicago where 1 or 3 households owns a pet. When our repeatable GTM is proven, we will be well positioned to become the next go-to platform for flexible work in the vet industry. Yet, our ambition doesn't end there. We believe Oxilia can solve the same staffing problem in other health or specialized professions, like dentists, optometrists, and physiotherapists, who also experience an exceeding customer demands and want a better workplace flexibility. This is an estimated market of over $4 billion in North America alone. Now, all of you may be thinking, what about all the other job boards there? There are so many of them. Well, when was the last time you looked for an orthopedic surgeon, or a dermatologist, or even a family doctor on LinkedIn? Sounds absurd, right? Yet, this is precisely what clinics are doing every day when they work with job boards or traditional staffing agencies. They just do not capture the specificities and credentials required for the vet industry. Auxilia is tailored for these specifics, recommending a wealth of vet professionals at a fraction of what headhunters and staffing agencies cost in both time and money. To achieve our growth and expansion, we are seeking a seed round of $1 million. We want to 4x our GVM by 2021, triple the number of clinics on the platform to 3,000, and grow the network of our vet professionals to over 5,000. By solidifying our leading position in Canada and winning cities across the US, we will be ready to expand internationally by 2022. At Auxilia, we believe flexible work is the future of profession, and that our platform can make that happen for millions of medical professionals. Thank you and have a good evening.
My conversation with Nas and Michael from EY were very helpful. They helped us understand how a big firm like them could help startups even at our stage, and how they could grow with us even in the later stage of our business. So we're very grateful for the time they spent with us.
I had great discussion with Mike and Mark from AWS throughout the FounderFuel program. Mike is a former entrepreneur and Mark has VC background, making it super easy to have wonderful discussion about go-to-market strategy, fundraising, or any business in general. Since they have been on both sides of the adventure, they are very well connected and they're not afraid to put their network to work to support us. I'll definitely keep them in my close loop going forward.
We are so grateful to have met Late from the Silicon Valley Bank while doing the FounderFuel program. He's been able to introduce us to potential investors. They will be able to take care of our international banking needs. They also said that if we kept crushing our numbers, we would be able to buy our first private plane in the near future. All jokes aside, thanks Late and SVB for helping us in our journey.
I worked with Valérie and Mathieu from BFL, and Valérie is really an expert. From the get-go, she understood the fintech world or this aspect we have in our company, and she was able to find solutions very quickly. I also worked with Mathieu at BFL, and Mathieu was wonderful in understanding what I, as a founder, was expecting from an insurance company and making sure everything was clean and I didn't have to worry.
I'm honored to introduce Findstrom. We've partnered with FounderFuel now for well over a decade, and so when we called them up this summer and asked them how they wanted to get involved in StartFest, they quickly said, well sure, why don't we offer a prize to a company to pitch at their demo day. FounderFuel chose Findstrom, and I like their choice for 3 reasons. First, they're a New York-based startup Secondly, they're rapidly evolving their model from a pure tech play to a subscription model. And third, this woman-led business understands the importance of looking outside of New York City and even the US for her next raise. I guess the word's out, Canada has a lot to offer. Enjoy the pitch.
For millions of pet owners, pets are more than just animals. They're bona fide members of the family. In fact, pets are so important that every year in North America alone, pet owners spend over $100 billion on their pets. But despite this, the healthcare system for pets does not reflect their importance. Usually, pets will only see the vet maybe once a year, meaning there is very minimal monitoring of their health on a day-to-day basis. With this system in place, pets often will only see the vet when something is already very wrong. And the data is showing that pets are paying for this inefficient system with their health and often with their lives. Among dogs and cats, 70% will get dental disease, 30% are obese, and 20% will get cancer in their lives. But it doesn't have to be this way. Pet owners have another option. To properly care for their pets, pet owners must be able to monitor them 24/7 to get a picture of their health over time. But even this is not enough. Gathering the data is only half the challenge. Once pet owners have this information, they need to be able to understand it. So, any solution to advance the quality of pet care must combine both 24/7 monitoring and the ability to understand what that data means. Existing pet trackers are totally reliant on cell networks, so they don't work everywhere and can't update in real time. And online vet services do not have the ability to monitor pets' health 24/7. Pet owners need a better solution. And that's where we come in. Here at Findstrom, we have developed the Findstrom Duo. The Duo is not reliant on any cell network, has a GPS range of 3 miles, and has a motion sensor that constantly monitors a pet's activity. Using this monitor, the Duo can recognize a pet's daily routine and activity patterns, detect significant changes to these patterns, and alert pet owners for potential health issues that may arise. We've seen the benefits of our product firsthand. My team and I are all pet parents and pet lovers, and we've used our own experiences with our pets to guide our journey while building the Duo. We are also experienced executives with a track record in the digital, technology, and health sectors. David, our COO, has a master's degree in electronics engineering and built our proprietary maze technology on which our hardware and software solutions are based. As a company, we have filed a patent on this technology, ensuring its long-term defensibility. Our chairman, Virgilio, has a PhD in electronics engineering and is also a serial founder, having just closed a $9 million Series A with his company, Sword Health. And I'm Hannah Webb, Findstrom's CEO. In my previous role at Citibank, I built and launched 2 multi-billion-dollar digital products. We as a team have built Findstrom and built Duo. Since the launch of our Duo units, we've built an extensive database of over 14,000 pets, which have helped us to collect over 14 million hours of pet health and activity data across over 230 different breeds. These gigabytes of data that we have collected from our devices give us the ability to provide proactive pet health insights to our customers right on their smartphones. The more data we collect from each pet over time, the better and more accurate our alerts become, and the more value our virtual vet subscription has to our customers. And this is what makes our virtual vet unique and superior to existing solutions. And we're very pleased to say that our customers agree with us. The Findstrom Duo has grown our annual revenue from $500,000 in 2017 to $3.2 million in 2019. We launched our virtual vet subscription in January of this year and have seen over 50% growth every single month for 8 months straight. So what's next for us as a company? Our number one goal is to significantly grow our virtual vet subscriber base with the goal of over 45,000 subscribers by the end of 2021. With this increase in subscribers, which are constantly providing data to our system, we will build out a suite of more advanced healthcare predictions and behavioral insights, enabling us to create higher cost tiers of our virtual vet subscription, further increasing our monthly recurring revenue. We also want to improve our hardware product offerings by launching a new product called Findstrom Home. Findstrom Home is a base station that will permit us to monitor more pets per device with a wider range and more precise data collection, which is essential to gathering better quality data for our virtual vet alerts and improving the quality of our virtual vet subscription. To date, we have raised $1.8 million in our pre-seed and seed rounds, and we are currently raising a $3 million round. The key milestones for this round over the next 18 months will be to multiply our subscriber base 10x to over 45,000 subscribers, improve our virtual vet offerings so that we can have higher cost subscription tiers, and to launch new hardware products, including our home base station and Duo 2.0. If you believe, as we do, that pets truly deserve great healthcare, like any other member of the family, please contact me.
A few years ago, I met this guy who was pitching me what his company could do for us at Tractic to solve our marketing needs. Little did I know that a few years down the road, he would be pitching me his own company and what he could do for every company to solve their web and marketing projects. Their first vertical, web and marketing, is not only in high demand, it also has revenue potentials of billions of dollars. Without further ado, I am very proud to introduce you to the B2B Quotes team led by Mathieu, Plante, founder and CEO. Don't hesitate to go and talk to him or ping him in the chat rooms after his pitch.
Hi, my name is Matt, and I'm CEO and co-founder of B2B Quotes, a marketplace that connects businesses to web and marketing experts that meet their needs. Since 2018, we've matched over $50 million of web and marketing projects. This accounts 5,000 projects that we've sent to our curated network of experts. Last December, we grossed $30,000 in monthly revenue. And since then, we've grown 20% month over month over 8 consecutive record-breaking months. Last month, we hit $125,000 in monthly revenue, and we're on our way to break the 200K mark before the end of the year. Most businesses seek outside expertise for their web and marketing needs. But within the first year of a relationship, up to 50% of those will fail or won't be renewed. This results in an incredible loss in resources and opportunity, and we believe it's unacceptable. Whoa. At B2B, we found the best way to predict successful outcomes between businesses and experts. There are many layers to our curation process. We have intuitive filters, a proven matching algorithm, and we're also implementing AI in order to have even smarter matches. But what really triggered our growth is when we realized that businesses needed to be understood. And what we were doing just wasn't enough. We needed human in the loop. This is a chart that I just showed you. And this is when we added our success team and our advisors. In order to start a project on our platform, businesses are required to talk to a B2B Quotes advisor. The advisor's job is to deeply understand a business's web development needs, marketing objectives, as well as product challenges. They will then translate that into a project brief that will get matched to our curated network of experts. The human touch or the human connection doesn't stop there. We also have a success team that will follow those businesses within the course of a year, and they will help them prioritize, scope, and kick off other projects in order to grow their businesses. We position ourselves as a free and unbiased project advisor for businesses. For businesses that come to our platform, there are no fees, no obligations. It's the suppliers that will pay us an upfront fee of up to 8% in order to have access to qualified projects. We also have monthly recurring revenue for our premium vendors. Our market is massive. In North America only, $35 billion are spent every year on web and marketing needs, and that number is growing steadily. The wider B2B service industry is even bigger, and we think that we can definitely tackle it. So we started with web and marketing needs, and eventually we would like to become the one-stop shop for business services. Okay. All right. So alongside our human approach, we also have a very solid team of entrepreneurs that can scale B2B quotes into a world-class business. So Francis, Michel, and Alex have a history of scaling successful marketplaces and e-commerce businesses. Jeff, our sales director, has led a sales team across America with million-dollar deal flows. And I'm a serial entrepreneur that have scaled multiple businesses since I was in college, B2B being my fourth endeavor. So we've done our proof of concept in Quebec and in Ontario. We got product market fit and could currently be profitable. With this upcoming round, we're looking to consolidate Canada. We're looking to test the US market and reach $2 million in monthly revenue by the end of 2022. In order to scale our business into a world-class business, we're looking to raise a seed round from investors that can help us get closer to our vision. We're looking for a lead investor with marketplace experience. And we currently have more than $1 million in interest towards our round. Every B2B partnerships can use our human-in-the-loop approach. If, like us, you believe that the most valuable businesses of coming decades will be built by entrepreneurs who seek to empower people through automation, rather than making them obsolete, please come and talk to us. Thank you.
Bonjour, I'm the current chairman of Simplyk. What I like the most about the company is actually the people. François and Thibault are terrific entrepreneurs. They are curious, very enthusiastic, hardworking, and highly ambitious. What I like too is the market. The market they are in is very, very big and in need of a lot of help during these difficult times. And finally, what I love is their 10x growth during this year, and this is only the beginning. So I hope you will enjoy their presentation and maybe one day join us on the Simplyk adventure.
Running a business is hard. But do you know what's harder? Running a charity. You're addressing complex societal problems that also need attention now. Because critical issues like hunger can't wait years to be addressed. That's why charities spend as much as they can on direct impact. And for each $100 fundraised, at least 75 will go to those who urgently need that funding. But as a charity, how do you run programs, fundraise, and sustain your organization with the $25 left? The truth is, you struggle. You strive to cut costs and ensure your limited funds have the greatest impact possible. You recruit volunteers, you secure pro bono services, and you even count the number of pages you print each month. A surprisingly high cost, because even doing so, your donors still ask you why 100% of their funding isn't going to the underprivileged. A surprisingly high cost is actually spent on fundraising technology. This accounts for as much as 20% of the operational budget of charities. Each year in North America, it's $3 billion paid to fundraising tech giants. $3 billion that isn't going to the ones that need it the most. I'm François, co-founder at Simplyk, and we want to give back those 3 billion to charities. Thibaut and I met when we were volunteering at Polytechnique in 2016. To help support charities, we created Quebec's largest volunteering marketplace that is still used today by thousands of volunteers and nonprofits. During this first social impact startup, we realized how much money was spent on costly fundraising tech, and that's why we started the Simplicate fundraising platform. After only a year, we raised a $750,000 seed round and recruited an amazing team. Simplyk is a free fundraising platform. We are exclusively financed by tips. Charities use our platform for free so that 100% of their donations actually goes to their mission. Donors can add a tip to support us, to support Simplyk, when they give to their charity. Okay, so any investor still listening knowing we have a free business model? Well, you should, because it works. We receive an average 4.7 tip on each transaction. And thanks to this model, we're experiencing remarkable growth. We are on our way this month to processing $1 million of donations. That means 7x annual growth, working with key charity networks such as United Way, Big Brother Big Sisters, or the Human Society. Now, giving 20% more is just the beginning. Many charities today are not able to afford key fundraising features such as mobile-optimized donations or peer-to-peer social campaigns. Simplyk offers it for free. And that results in up to 130% more donations for mobile giving and up to 200% more donations for peer-to-peer campaigns. And that's why charities love us. And we at Simplyk, we love them too. And that's why we want to do more. By leveraging behavioral data on millions of donors, we will soon be able to help each charity target their donors with forms that are adapted to each person. Building on our momentum, we are expanding to the US in 2021, the $3 billion opportunity. To do so, we will raise Series A in early 2021, so please join me and Thibaut for a chat after the presentation. Okay, one last thing. I have a gift for those of you who work for charities as employees or who support charities as board members or donors. You can give charities the gift of more impact. The gift of receiving 100% of the donations. The gift of Simplyk. Thank you.
Hey everyone, excited to be here tonight to introduce Waverly. I remember vividly an email sent somewhere last fall where Phil was asking us to go grab some drinks. He was just brainstorming about this intersection of media and technology, this idea of the algorithms working for the platforms but not working for us as users, as citizens. So this was not just about media and tech, this was about humanity, this is about being conscious. Alors, sans plus attendre, Waverly.
So, imagine you're asking a good friend to say a few words about you.
what would they say? Now imagine you asked your computer. This is how your computer knows you. Facebook, Twitter, Google News, they all try to guess who you are. And to do that, they're using your clicks, your likes. They're even using the speed at which you scroll on their mobile app. And all of these little actions become excuses for these products to give you more of the same. And I know because I was on that side. 5 years ago, I was working at coding the recommendation engine for Google Chrome. The culprits are the algorithms that power these platforms. These algorithms are trained on the actions you take as you use them. But these actions are really shallow data points. And as a result, the algorithms only know you in a very shallow way. The outcome? The outcome are these infinite feeds that get us hooked but make us sick. In fact, 70% of people claim that the social media content that they get are making them either angry, anxious, or addicted. At Waverly, we know that you are more than the sum of your clicks. That's why we're building a platform that can power a totally new type of algorithms. Algorithms that do not need shadow data in order to personalize your content. Algorithms for the person you want to be. We do that by introducing a powerful new concept, your very own AI-driven manifesto. A manifesto is a piece of text that captures the way in which you want your experience personalized. And you can take that piece of text and share it with any website or any app that wants to personalize your experience. And in order to make sure that your manifesto evolves and matures, just like you do, you can count on the support of Waverly's empathetic AI. Our empathetic AI is a companion that lives on your phone. And it uses natural language understanding in order to propose simple interactions so that it gets to know you. And I mean to really know you. First example. Through interactions, your empathic AI has determined that aggressive online conversations tend to make you angry. So it proposes to fix it by adding a simple sentence to your manifesto that says that, you prefer civilized conversations. So, yeah, who doesn't? Okay, another example. Again, your empathic AI has determined that, again, through interactions, that you would like to have some more diverse content in your feed, diverse voices. But it's not necessarily present right now. So again, it can fix it by adding a simple sentence to your manifesto saying that you would like to include content from sources you rarely read. The examples are infinite, but the important thing is that your empathic AI is helping you solve the anger, anxiety, and addiction problems that are caused by online content consumption today. And it does it by replacing the shallow signals of traditional algorithms by deeper signals that come from the deeper and more thoughtful interactions you're having with your empathetic AI. In order to bootstrap the platform, we will develop a first proof of concept. The Waverly Reader is bringing you a collection of content that's selected using your manifesto. We believe that our reader, together with our empathetic AI, are perfect for digital natives who have grown with social media and are feeling the negative impact it has on their lives. Our vision doesn't stop at the reader, however. Waverly is a true platform meant to power responsible media and conscious brands that want to offer personalized content. So we will look for partnership in that space, and at scale, we believe that most of our revenue is going to come from monetizing API calls. Our team of experienced leaders bring the skills needed to make Waverly a reality. Patrick Fauquemberg has years of experience as a founder of a media production company. Michael Kronish, as a former VP of Vice Media, has grown and managed the team's growth in Canada. I myself bring expertise in AI research, as well as many years of experience as a software engineer and key startup experience as a co-founder and executive at Element AI. We are already attracting some of the best senior people to help in our mission. Our head of product is Michael Thury, our head of technology is Philippe Gagnon, and both of them have more than 20 years of experience in their field. Our initial advisors are world-renowned experts in design, in AI, and in startups. Even though we're only a few months old, we've already enjoyed great press coverage in publications like the Financial Post, Beta Kit, The Logic, and L'Actualité, where we've been described as a platform that could help burst our filter bubbles. We believe the world is ripe for empathetic AI, and we want to move fast. 1, we will develop and secure the technology. 2, we will release the product, and we will demonstrate the end-user engagement and start rapid 10x growth cycles. And 3, we will work with early media partners in order to deploy Waverly on their websites or their apps. Our thesis has already been validated by key early-stage investor. We have raised a $1 million pre-seed round that was joined by FounderFuel, Panache Ventures, as well as San Francisco and Tokyo-based Hike Ventures, who have an impressive portfolio of global AI startups. We want you to have front-row tickets as we unveil Waverly to the world. So join the movement at thewaverly.co, and you can become an early user, you can become an investor in our next round, or you can join us as an early media partner. At Waverly, we know that you are more than the sum of your clicks. That's why we're building technology for your better self. Technology for who you truly, deeply are. Thank you.
Bonsoir tout le monde. Bonsoir. Super heureux d'être encore une fois sur cette scène. Scène presque mythique, je dois le dire. Presque 10 ans plus tard, on le mentionnait plus tôt, 13e cohorte de FounderFuel qui a été lancée en 2011. On approche de notre 10e anniversaire en 2021. Thanks to the FF founders for stoking the fire again. Toujours impressionnant de voir la progression des pitchs, des modèles d'affaires, le raffinement au niveau des détails, hein, the devil's in the detail. Congrats, CEO, you rocked it. You own it. My mission here tonight, short message to congratulate the team that brought you this event. Sans eux, pas de cohorte, pas de café, pas de show, rien. Alors merci, Katie, or generous general manager. Sarah, our purposeful program manager, and Leah, our awesome associate in operations, somewhere in the back making sure everything works well. And Laura, Ziyi, and Steffi, who contributed key insights and the required time, I must say, for the selection, due diligence, and associate, and the closing process. Hashtag ladies of FF. And you know, I mean, if you've been following the show year over year, it's a lot of work. And 2020 was a weird time to, well, for almost anything, right? Well, challenge accepted. Running the selection, the investment process, and a fully remote program, and pulling off this demo day. Are you enjoying it? Online, please. Clap. So these three ladies made it all happen with grace and professionalism. And once again, added a major piece to this program on conscious leadership and founder mindset, expanded the program, and in conclusion, FounderFuel remains a key pillar for Real Ventures. This has been at the heart of our strategy for ecosystem development. And thank you to everyone at Real, the partners, the investment team, the operation team, people in Toronto, in Montreal, or elsewhere during this pandemic. It's all about you. It's about people. It's our not-so-secret sauce. It's all about people. Finalement, merci aux commanditaires, aux mentors, aux amis de FounderFuel et aux familles des cofondateurs et cofondatrices qui se sont investis à fond la caisse. Les familles et les cofondateurs et cofondatrices et les employés. Finalement, merci aux investisseurs institutionnels et individuels qui qui ont cru en la vision que nous leur avons présentée en 2017 pour renouveler notre engagement dans le développement de l'écosystème au Québec. Alors, du fond de mon cœur, en toute authenticité et avec une petite pointe d'émotion, merci, salut, bonne soirée.
Hello again, everyone. I really hope you enjoyed all the pitches. A very quick reminder of everything that we have in store for you right after the show. So in a few minutes, we'll have our FounderFuel alumni, our Real Ventures partners, and some of our mentors that will open up the rooms where you can meet them. And also, you know, these sessions are meant to be interactive, so please don't be shy. And there's also the Canadian ecosystem discussion led by the Startup Fest team. There's our expo booths where you can meet the 8 startups that just pitched here, where you can also congratulate them if you want. And if you feel like meeting strangers, the networking as well. The investors have an additional session where it's the private investor lounge, where they can speak to our founding teams that we've just seen on the stage. And before we go, a very last thing, we also have our special thanks. We really want to thank our mentors, again, for all their time and energy. They've been just so amazing. The Made to Tilt people, Pete and Nathan, thank you so much for helping us craft such an instrumental piece. Anyway, yeah, piece of the program. The Real Ventures team, Sylvain mentioned it a little bit, but Z, Steffi, wonderful women without whom we could not live, but also Hamza, Sam, Isaac, John, Sylvain, and Janet, who really gave a lot of time to our founders. Toast Studio in the back for the production of this event, helping us craft an event in this new world, and UCDS for providing this very safe and very nice environment. And the biggest thanks of all to the wonderful Leah. Thank you so much, Leah. You've been my everything for the past 4 months. Thank you for your determination, drive, moral support, all the rest. Thank you so much. Woo!
And thank you again to our partners. So you had some vignettes for you, and we just couldn't do any of this without you. And Sylvain mentioned it, and I want to double click on that, is without all of our incredible families and loved ones during this very intense 4 months, I don't think any of us could have gotten through this. So hats off to all of the families and the people behind the people that were on stage today and in the teams. We're eternally grateful for your commitment to letting us do what we do best. I just wanted to mention that our applications for 2021 will open in December. So I invite you all to apply if you actually want to join us on this stage next year at FounderFuel. And as a woman in tech and in investing, I would like us to do better on the diversity front. So if you know brilliant women, people of color, Indigenous, or LGBTQ communities who have great ideas but have never considered the startup path, I encourage you to tell them to come speak with us. Because building healthy, inclusive companies that fuel the economy and create jobs for us all is definitely something we are extremely passionate about. So thank you all for watching this incredible live stream and the live pitches from our founders today. Please come online to chat with our founders, the mentors, as Sarah has mentioned, and obviously each other. We hope to see you next year, and we'll see you online shortly. Thank you and have a great evening. Enjoy.
Thank you.